Welcome to WrestleCulture. I didn't mess it up last week. I managed to not break anything.
Well,
we'll
discuss that one.
Okay. Tony, take this match from me. I can't be happy anymore. The cards too stacked, Sitch would agree.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like I'm wrestling at Forbidden Door.
You need some new material.
Wrestling at Forbidden Door. Wrestling at Forbidden Door. Yes, just Darryl, I've recycled this song from last year, but it's a classic, okay?
Busy week, was it?
Don't make me bring back, what was the...
Not really.
Not really.
Don't make me bring back, don't take away my blue tick.
Don't take away, you'd be desperate to bring black. Don't take my blue tick. It's all gone wrong.
People say greatness echoes greatness, so...
No one ever says that.
No one ever.
A lot
of people say it.
The only person who says it is you, and then you echo it.
Yes.
So, strange that. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy or something.
Anyway.
Something. Sucking his own cat.
Hey, how you like that?
I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Adam Nicholas and Michael Sidgwick
Hey.
to discuss all the goings-on in wrestling this week and, of course, look ahead to Forbidden Door this weekend. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we review Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2K. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete. A league quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Adam Nicholas and Michael Sidgwick live on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who's joined us. Thank you for all your donations and your questions. We will get to them in due course. But I alluded to it in the opening song, Adam Nicholas. It is Forbidden.
Did you know?
It is Forbidden Door this weekend. Me and Sidge have literally just recorded our preview for it, which
I've talked about it twice.
Yeah, we did
He's
a prediction
so
as well.
sick of talking. He just wants to watch it now. He's ready to go.
Ready to go.
But it's available. You can either watch the shorter film, or if you want a longer form chat. It was cinematic. That's how good it was. If you want the longer form chat about Forbidden Door, it's available as a podcast right about now. So don't leave us yet. Obviously,
And
subsequently.
It'll be on the main wrestling channel at 5 p.m. today.
Watch list both.
Just everywhere.
So basically, I'm not going to talk.
Okay.
Nicholas, thoughts?
Oh, do you have to? But you do all the talking, and I'm just the guy who goes like, I like that idea. That's good. I am genuinely. I know I don't tend to watch the week to week as much these days, right? But I have been looking forward to this pay-per-view because, and actually you alluded to it on the pod yesterday, I want to say, the Dynamite pod. It's that one pay-per-view where you feel like it gets a pass because how many times do we all say, like, I wish they'd just do the matches? How many times have you been watching wrestling where they've not done the match and then someone's left the company and you're like, ah. And these are the last chances, really, where you get to really have those moments of like, let's just do the match. It's right there. They're trying to do it a bit more on AEW TV, but they've continuously done it on the Forbidden Door pay-per-views, I think. Some of them have hit, some of them have missed. Either way, though, I think it's that thing of like, people just want it to be good. So they will like allow themselves, no matter how long the show is, Tony, to just enjoy it. Or at least try their very best to give as as much of a chance as it possibly can.
What match are you most looking forward to on that call? Because me and Sid, you talked about how many show stealers you've got on there.
This is a very boring one, but it's also the correct one, isn't it? It's Ospreay and Swerve. Because like, I think watching the way that got put together, first of all, was like, oh, what are they going to do there? And now it's a bit like, maybe you give them a little bit more than perhaps we would have liked, but I'm still not any less excited about it. I think it's going to kick ass. And I really want it to be like a statement one for Swerve. Because I feel like...
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's gonna win.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I'm really into Swerve now.
Me too. And I want him to win, and I wanted him to win even when it was less obvious, perhaps, that maybe they were going to go in that direction. Because it feels like I don't want to see him miss the boat and not get the recognition. And if he gets that win over Ospreay, no matter if Ospreay does end up being the guy for belts or whatever, all in, I'll feel like he'll have a chance in a moment with the belt, not just like, oh, we'll give it to Swerve for a bit and then pass it on. So.
P. Nazim says Danielson and Shingo to steal the show. That's
they're going to. It's not like Danielson's just too. It's not fair how good he is.
They're all fantastic on this card, so it feels weird to ask this question, Sidge. But what match do you think is going to surprise people? Is it going to be Mercedes versus Stephanie Vaquer because we're slightly more unaware of Vaquer's
Depends.
work?
It needs to open. I've said this on the long form podcast preview that is available in your feeds right now. I think they've done Stephanie Vaquer dirty. They should have introduced her properly. We had this amazing revelation, this like weird, it's incredible epiphany of, instead of just having her work one match on Collision, which relatively few people watch, you could have even
a day before the
she could have wrestled like multiple matches on Dynamite, like not just one, like multiple. But I think I know it's ridiculous because not just Bryan Danielson. AEW Bryan Danielson is like a monster. It's disgusting how good he is. It's the best bell to bell, because I hate the Blackpool Combat Club. Bell to bell, Bryan Danielson in AEW might be the most amount of great matches any one wrestler has worked in any one promotion ever. And I'm talking about Okada New Japan, still Tana New Japan, like Misawa All Japan, Kabashi All Japan. This Danielson AEW run, when it's over, and then it gets like a little bit of grace period, and then people start to remember and reminisce. It's disgusting. It's not fair on anybody else.
Highs have been like insanely
It's just
high.
insane.
Insanely high.
Ricky Starks, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page twice.
Oh, the Hangman matches, man.
I mean, they were just it's not fair. The ZSJ match.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Give some other people a chance.
And still doesn't want to be the champ.
MJF.
That's, you know what I mean? He still hasn't, like, could have very easily been the champ of this promotion at literally any of
Could
the
have
times he
insisted on
wanted
it
to be.
despite, if his match was sucked, he could have come
he
in and said,
done
look,
that.
well, if you're going to sign me.
Yeah.
At any point, the trust's obviously there with him and the relationship between him and Tony.
The Garcia matches. There was a Garcia match on Rampage. He put that on TV 6 years ago. It's the best match you've ever seen. Danielson Shingo is going to be absolutely out of this world.
Yeah. Really,
We're all
really
gonna
excited
come.
for that.
We're all going to go,
We're all
bro.
going to go.
My pitch for Sidge on the Forbidden Door
Actually,
preview.
just before we jump in, Shingo. Talk to me about Shingo in terms of like, because there was that point in New Japan where Shingo was just having a banger.
Yeah.
Has it still been that high, or has it like?
I think it's more a case of you might not hear about the Shingo matches, right? Because New Japan itself is so cold and it's so difficult unless you're a proper in the weeds New Japan World subscriber where you can't even see the clips because, TV assets just do not like it. Shingo was it last year? I think it was last year. He had a match against Tenare, right? And it was just unbelievable. And Shingo's like this machine, a magnificent beast. He's one of the few magnificent beast wrestlers. The way he runs the ropes is just unbelievable. He's got one of the best faces. His stuff just looks so explosive and legitimate with his physique and his size. He has a match against Sonara in the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes. He's basically just on his knees the entire time, taking shots, getting up. No, he can't. Yes, he can, giving some back. He spends, I would say, about 40% of the match on his knees just selling, and it's the most captivating thing. Like he's still to this day unbelievable.
Good. I'm just like, it's because you don't hear as much. I guess that's exactly what
It's just New Japan.
It's just
New Japan.
Frittered away,
It's,
as
yeah,
you would
frittered
say.
away.
I
Like New
just
Japan
never
is
hear
just
much about
complete
it.
ghost town. Ghost town City Jones.
One of the things I pitched to Sidge on the preview for Forbidden Door was a surprise appearance by a free agent in a few hours' time at
Barber,
least.
from what I heard.
I stick around for that one on the preview. A surprise appearance from very, very soon to be free agent Dijak.
Oh, okay.
First
That's
of all,
very, very soon, right?
were you surprised by it was not his release, them just not renewing his contract, and obviously the move to the main roster?
I'm never surprised. I mean,
No.
We've been doing this I don't care how much like goodwill they've got in the bank from this last year or whatever in terms of the booking. You can't ever be surprised by any of this. And like, even less so, I guess, because you'll know this as well. Like, the TKO is the merger, obviously, between WWE and the UFC at the time. UFC were like exactly the same for this. It didn't matter how good you've been, if it's just something they like maybe decided, you know what, it's probably just cheaper not to, or Like,
Any of the
maybe
first-
there's another person who can just fill that slot.
Nobody else is going to do anything with them.
Yeah.
Of like significance.
Like, are we worried about that person? Is basically does.
Or you're on a great winning streak and you lose one, they're like, that's kind of justification enough, really.
Yeah, they're like, oh well, it looks like we could just go, okay. It just seems easier to write off, and maybe that was it. Maybe do we know if he had any say in it in terms of like did the offer?
I think
he wrote down in the statement.
Yeah.
We attempted to negotiate the express no interest. Not being funny, right? Dijak is not joining Mensa anytime soon. Why would you? I mean, that's telling the truth. In a corny world, maybe it's to be admired, but within a sentence, he's lowered his value and his stock and his rep. Like, I just want to lie and just say, you know, I had the chance, or just don't even like carefully word it. And that's a carefully word it where it's like, I'm leaving, I'm ready, and just keep it ambiguous because the world doesn't need to know that not that they turned it down, you in the negotiation process, that they didn't even want to enter one with you. Yeah, that's silly business for me because if you can. Like, people within wrestling would probably know. Like, word would get out. But, like, just market yourself as someone who, for all intents and purposes, has just decided, no, I'm not going to be in WWE.
Yeah, it's one of those where...
They didn't want me. Do you want me? That was the basic gist.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't want us. Do you want me? Here's my booking info.
please. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's obviously not going to struggle for bookings,
Nah.
but, like, yeah, I get where you're coming from with that. And
I think he kind of found a role that suited him
Well,
on
I-
NXT,
I-
right? Like
That 80s daft idiot.
yeah, like I'm basically every 80s like action hero you've seen, Judge Dredd type gimmick
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like seemed like
Yeah.
it was working, and then they were like main roster, and then nothing.
Nothing.
it's just say the call-up's the weirdest thing. Like I say, if he'd...
They had that banger triple threat at Stand Deliver. Oh,
yeah,
we were
yeah,
there for.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It got raves, that, didn't
He was
it?
meant
it
to,
was
like...
really
If it had been a year ago, I'd have been a bit like... I love him now. I think he's brilliant. And, like, he had that match, and then there was whispers about him potentially getting a title shot. And it's like, if he'd had the title shot, and then they'd have gone, yeah, we're not going to renew your contract, but we wanted to do you give this big moment and, you know, give whoever, Trick
Get
or...
the value out of him.
Yeah, exactly. But it was... he has that match, and they're like, wow, let's get him on the main roster. What plans have we got for him? We haven't got any. Hampley had the nail on the head. He compared it to sort of Cameron Grimes going up to the main roster of just like... But even at least with Cameron Grimes, it was like... It was in that weird period where it's like... You could see Vince quite liked him, but then like Triple H, and it's like... I don't know, there was at least a transition there. It's Triple H and Shawn Michaels. There's great synergy between the two of them. Shawn wanted him in a title match. Shawn always spoke highly of him. They had their disagreements in the past, but Shawn always spoke highly of him. Triple H is like, I want that guy. Oh, what are you going to do with him? Nothing. And he said himself, Dijak, the writing, I think he was chatting to Sean Rossap of Fightful. The writing was kind of on the wall when he turns up the first couple of weeks after the draft, and they're like, cool, we've got you in a match on Main Event, or we got you a match on WWE Speed or whatever. Like, going to do any like video packages, or we're going to do any squashes or anything? I ain't got anything. I don't know. I just hope he's had that bump in salary going up to the main roster.
For a month.
For a month, yeah. Or whatever it was.
Look, they don't need him. He's got loads of talent.
We will always, Michael Sidgwick. Thank you to John Gillett, for reminding me. We will always
Which one of these am I having? I'm going to have one of these. I just don't know which one. I've been trying to figure
help
out.
yourself. Yeah, this
Very
is.
quietly while Sid was talking before.
We'll always have.
Hey, Dijak, take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
Wagner watch.
Come Tuesday.
So sad. Yeah, shout out to Mark Lee Willis, by the way. We celebrated his birthday last week. Belated happy birthday yet again from all of us here at WrestleCulture. But he bought tickets for the AEW show in Wales. And I think as part of it, he got some free beers. He doesn't drink, he sent it to us. Thank you so much for this, Mark. We will dedicate this week's, the return of the most highly anticipated quiz ever to you.
Weird purple looking rabbit with 3 eyes. So,
I'm drinking Apricity. A warm coat and a woolly scarf is all you need to take a walk in the winter sun and find Apricity. This Weizen Doppelbock
Go on, down the lens. Don't tell him.
is made with speculoos to warm your heart.
Hey, there you
Indulge humbly, don't overdo it.
To warm your cold black heart.
So this is a New Zealand Pilsner.
Doesn't
You've got this, which is an IPA, and
Pale ale here
what
as
else did I
well.
grab here? Tropical Unicorn. That's a session IPA. I should have that
Go
one.
for it. It's purple.
Yeah, I'll have the bluey after this.
Them there. Thank you, Mark, for
Thank
these.
you, Mark. Yeah, thank you very much, and hope you had a great birthday as well.
Yes.
It's weird that we've been given beers, and you had the birthday. How does that work?
Yeah.
Aye. It's my birthday too, all the time, forever and ever.
And speaking of AW, by the way, shout out to Vanders, first in the chat today, saying, happy Friday, gentlemen. I've got my ticket for AW All In and we'll be travelling from Bournemouth. Just wondering if you could recommend an establishment to go to before or after the event. Well, it's funny you say that, Vanders, because I'm really looking forward to Sweet Chin Disco that goes down the Crystal Club in London immediately after All In. Looks class.
Is it far away?
It's not that far away. It's literally 5 minutes walk away from Wembley. And
Nice.
yeah, it really is a great venue. And fingers crossed, you can, I don't know, maybe hang out there before All In if anything's going down. But just keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, Sweet Chin Disco, Crystal Club London.
He's being cryptic with you there, right? And the funny part is, I'm as lost as you are. So just bear that in mind.
Sidge, I wanted to quickly ask you, and I will then dive into loads of the questions. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and sending these questions about Jacob Fatu, because I haven't actually had a chance to get your thoughts on it since last Friday.
I mean, what a home run. Like,
Terrifying.
It's an unbelievable tall order for me to take seriously Solo Sikoa and a cooked Gorillas of Destiny. Tamatonga's good. It's the other one.
Yeah. Tell it like it is. Come on, that's not.
Yeah, Tangalo's not very good. The idea of Paul Heyman selling fear and intimidation of Tangaloa is just, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I thought, you know what, this new bloodline is not good. Like, this guy is a unit with that face and that energy. Like, you just don't get it anymore.
No.
He's got, like, this old-timey aura of the pro wrestler is like someone you actually wouldn't really want to spend any time with or want to be in close proximity to. And if you saw him in maybe a bar or like, the cliche of the street corner, you'd think, oh, fuck.
Like, believe it, don't you?
Yeah.
I believe. I look at him. I'm like, yep. I imagine you were. Probably is a completely different guy. I imagine this is you.
Yeah.
Out of this.
Yes,
arena.
exactly.
Outside. This is what you're doing.
Doesn't feel like a performance.
No.
Even if it didn't have that clip from when that fan thinks it's a good idea during a Jacob Fatu match to step over there, or not over,
Never
but around
even really got any of his, like, he didn't even, he was just shuffling towards him about to begin. It was like, I'm just going to shut it down before it even starts. It was like, oh God, this guy doesn't mess around. For me, as advertised for me, like, I knew bits and pieces about Jacob Fatu, but I knew everybody was ready, and it was like, this is kind of a make or break thing, isn't it? Because, like, I know people have been a little bit hit and miss. I know you've been probably a little bit higher maybe than most.
Big fan of the
I've found it really like it's the Paul Heyman element for me. Weirdly, has been the part where I've thought it's like I think he knows that he's working with, like, not the OG, but like and I know that's obviously again part of the gimmick, but like his over egging of it,
I know,
has been like, and but he over eggs it usually, and I can usually palate it, but this was, it just feels at the minute like, oh, and then Jacob Fatu turns around, yeah, that's all just a
I'd be scared of him.
All of that.
I would be scared. I am scared of him.
Do a poo on stage, like, you'd be that scared. Literally, it would be fine.
It's what they call it's a masterstroke, really. A total masterstroke. They've told a story and it didn't really have that much credibility, and then this guy legitimizes that operation like no one's business. I mean, he's an animal.
Just love it. I can't wait to see what they do tonight. Check out the SmackDown preview after this if you want to know our thoughts on it.
It's live
It's
now,
MSG as well, so they're not going to phone it in. They're going to do a big show. I would have him kill someone in a squash.
I'd have him kill someone, did you say there?
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Why not?
Kill someone.
Hey, just kill someone.
Hi to Austin the Nater in the chat, who says, hello, Indiana resident here, and me and my wife are expecting our first baby at the end of 2024.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and good luck,
Good
sir.
luck.
Here's to all of the Dudley boys.
Hey.
And not me, because I'm
That is happy.
He's happy.
Anyway, sorry. Dadleys, how do I talk my wife into letting me go to the Rumble with a 5-week-old at home? Any advice? I mean, it's ridiculous, Austin then. Who would leave the house in the first few weeks of their wife giving birth? It's preposterous. I went to my mate's wedding 2 weeks after. was born. But yeah, it's fine.
You did miss All In though.
Hey, we all made sacrifices.
Hey.
You know, we all suffered. But Sidge, any advice? You got your.
See, I pre-booked. Everyone, you might have heard the story by now. I'll retell it very quickly. Got married. The idea was we'd live in the rented space we were in, then start to look for houses, then maybe think about starting a family within a couple of years. Just you've had all the pressure of the wedding, all the pressure of finding a place, lots of admin, lots of stuff to do, things to pay for.
You don't like doing stuff either, do you?
Nah, I've already gone places.
You've been places, you've done all the things.
I've already gone places. I just like to stay where I am. I've lived a life, like a decent one, full of adventure.
It's just another thing on a list for you, isn't it? Like, just like,
I've done. I've had wild days. I've had adventures. I've visited, fulfilled dreams. I'm done. I've finished. I've completed it. But at the time, I just wanted 2 years of I want to merely exist. I want to just be. Go to work and then be. Go to work, earn some dough, and then maybe do something on the weekend, and then just be. And then my wife got bored of my crack after a fortnight, and then started the "Can we have a family chat?" And I'm like, "Can you not be with me for 2 weeks? Does this have to be the next thing?" And I was like, "Let's go to WrestleMania then. We will expedite the process."
Pulled the hand grenade of like, yeah, go on then.
And then
Trade offer.
Yeah, trade offer.
Counterpoint.
I was like, "Yeah, we can go earlier if you want, but I want something in return. I want to see Daniel Bryan do the miracle on Bourbon Street."
Yeah.
And she went, "Who's Daniel Bryan?" And I went,
Well, I wish you'd said that before we got married.
So good luck. That is that's cheeky.
Yeah. To be fair,
5 weeks
for you as well, the Bryan Mania one's like that's the one.
Yeah.
Like,
But when it looked like it had a good chance of happening, when we booked it, and then I was like, "Oh, he's back in the mid card feeding with the whites." Now I was like, "For fuck's sake!" But then, thank you, Punk. Thank you, Batista.
Good.
Yeah.
I can't give any advice in here, unfortunately, because I'm still going to work and then going home and being.
Yeah.
And it's pretty great, actually. I will say, quite good. On the other side of that coin. And actually, I'll say this as well. It's been nearly 7 years and I've not got bored of his crack yet. So
Thank you.
Fortnight, that's good going. That.
My kids are the best in the world.
Yeah.
I do absolutely adore them, but yeah, I did need that trip to WrestleMania. Good luck getting the Rumble.
Yeah. There isn't an answer to this, is there? It's just.
Well, there's not usually one that might not get you into trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you'll get in trouble.
I suppose just offer to, I don't know, be on nappy duty for the first.
I did that to begin with.
Yeah.
To say it's your job to feed, it's my job to do.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you welcome your family and maybe potentially expand it. It'll become a transactional relationship where you're business partners as much as best friends and lovers and all the rest of the things. I would just say, look, if I can do it, it will get transactional. Everyone says that word and it makes sense. If I get the Rumble, why don't you do, I don't know, go to Ibiza or something.
Fair trade.
Go to the Balearics, get some synths, get some, get some feelings.
Matt Rains is in the chat. Thank you as always, Matt.
Get some things that give you feelings.
I like this. We got married and it became Sidgwick Industries. Yeah. And then between us, we just took holidays. That was it.
By the way,
That's what happens.
Matt's solution to Austin's problem is kindly ask if she says no, go anyway.
Is that Matt Rain?
Yeah, who said that? But he also says, "Happy Friday, brothers. Welcome back to the most beautiful man at WhatCulture. And hello to Nicholas as well."
Oh!
How are we feeling about the Euros this weekend? Both Italy and England to go through. Have a great weekend, gents.
I think England are out.
You think? The Slovakian. I was about to call them Slovaks there. Slovakia is what I should have said. Really?
Yeah, crap.
so?
Well, you're absolutely crap.
I think I
know
don't
what
see
works
the
for
whole
us?
thing, yeah.
We're too boring to lose to them. That's how we'll beat them.
I guess.
Ball Matias, and then once we have a win, they'll get a bit of like, well, we won one. Mm-hmm. And then from there, the Italians.
I think they'll score a freak goal. I think they're going to beat us 2-0. I think we're going to just take the piss, do that passing around, and we'll get paralysed by it the more that we do it, and then we'll get self-conscious, like, oh, we're doing it again. We're just passing it horizontally. We're doing it again. Freak goal, and then it's like, they'll get forced to turn it on, and then they'll get them in the break. 2-0, put £10 on it.
Are you more confident on Italy going out than England?
I actually would sooner think Italy are going to go out than England in the next round. I do. I think I've been impressed by Switzerland. I think they look like they've got that big game thing, Switzerland, where when they turn it on, big teams struggle against Switzerland. They put France out on like penalties, I think it was, wasn't it?
After 3-3 it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was like a hell of a game as well. I would like to see them both go through, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd like to get another crack at Italy, actually, and exercise the demon on the way if we are going to win it.
You
I'd like to
have
exercise one on the way.
Beat a good team eventually.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're incredibly lucky with the draw. I think we win if, and this is a big if because it's Gareth, as much as I've loved him being England manager.
Finish now.
He just takes a step back, looks at what's happened throughout the entire tournament so far, and it's a relatively simple switch. It's not bad. Suddenly, people are saying, like, we should play 3 at the back and wing backs and all that. That's not going to happen. It's wishful thinking.
They're the same team again.
You play the same formation.
And again.
I don't like people saying we should put Walker on the left and put Trent at right back because Trent hasn't impressed me defensively this tournament. I know he hasn't been playing in that role, but
Can't play any further back.
I just think
You know what I mean?
Trippier is what it is right now. We're in terms of left-sided defenders. So just leave it alone. Leave the defence alone. The defence hasn't been the issue, right? Keep the defence as it is. Gallagher didn't work. Obviously, Trent didn't work.
There's got to be a York North version of this for all the people who are just
sorry,
wanting to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Two central midfielders, Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. Drop him down to there because he plays better there, and that's where he was playing the second half of the season. Anthony Gordon on the left.
Jude. No, he wasn't.
He's sitting deeper for Real. He was better coming late in the second half of the season.
He's number 10. He's a box crusher.
I know, but he can still do that role. But he's too far forward.
If you go on the WrestleCulture Wrestling podcast
We'll get back to it in a second.
We do have the
Gordon on the left.
SmackDown
Anthony Gordon on the
preview,
left.
Which is currently available.
Phil Foden in the centre.
Watch that.
Might as well try it out against Slovakia.
Everybody's excited about Madison Square Garden. That's good.
Cole Palmer on the right. Harry Kane up front.
You can
Cole
also
Palmer's
catch
a jabroni.
the Forbidden Door preview.
So anyway.
With the predictions on it.
He's a one-season wonder.
channel.
He hasn't got the class like Anthony.
Still that
Gordon
season,
does.
though. He did some good stuff when he came on. He's got no fear, that lad. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, very much looking forward to the
He's
football
got no
return.
fear. He's got no.
Yeah. now between his ears.
Got any thoughts?
2 flies like bumping.
Yeah.
Come on. We got to do this.
Mark Lee Willis, cheers again, says,
Cheers.
hey guys, after watching Who Killed WCW, how the hell is Goldberg's head still so big after all the times he decided to plant his noggin into a door? He did do it a lot, didn't he? I need to watch the final episode of Nitro.
It'd be funny. I don't know when they do they should, if he ever comes back, right? I don't know the answer to your question. If he ever comes back to WWE, they should do an impact concussion test before he makes his entrance. Almost killed the Undertaker.
Yeah, that time
like legitimately.
He got a promo and he had just a little bit of blood. Like, you don't have to do that, You can get yourself riled up in other ways.
If he can't perform without hurting himself and then potentially hurting somebody else, he shouldn't perform.
That
no one's forcing him to do it. It's not the law for Goldberg to wrestle Paul Heyman layouts at half speed in WWE. Is it?
That whole match in Saudi was like a race to who's going to kill who first.
I once described it as an accidental King's Road match. It's like
but
it's
one that you
so...
like, instead of getting buzzed about like, oh, he's throwing him on his neck in a weird way that you like. It's like, no, he's just done a tombstone on him and his head was below his knees.
Yeah.
Then he's just done a jackhammer, and that's not how he's supposed to do that.
Taker's face in that, the infamous.
I know, but he has the same face all the time.
Yeah.
He's got them all on his YouTube thumbnails now.
He could have been happy as Larry, wouldn't know he's always got that face.
Gong.
OG Stem Cell.
Hey.
As we've sort of already answered one half of your question about what you think is going to be the best on Sunday, but he also says Logan Paul to win Money in the Bank. He drops the US title to L.A. in Cleveland and cashes in the same night to beat Cody. Cody wins it back at Survivor Series. Thoughts?
Not for me, Jeff.
No?
No, not for me.
I can't call the men's Money in the Bank right
now. I
now.
don't dislike the booking particularly. It wouldn't be for me. Wouldn't be my choice.
Hometown win, obviously. Yeah. But
Tell you what, Mr. Cell, Paul Levesque does enjoy his big heat angle,
Yep.
Sort of Clash, WrestleMania 39, Elimination Chamber 2023, Clash 2022. He's not averse to a big, I'm going to piss people off because I trust in my abilities to draw them back in when I give them the payoff.
Or do something different as well. He likes that, doesn't he? Like even something as random as that time when it was Finn lost the belt to George, remember, on like a random ass house show.
Yes.
In Lowell, Massachusetts, because I remember that place. 'Cause it was just weird, wasn't it? It was like, he likes doing little things like that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's very clearly a big fan of Logan Paul, so it wouldn't be for me, but I'm not against it.
I'm not. I wouldn't surprise us neither.
Eric Vasquez, great first name. Thank you for joining us. He says, appreciate everyone in the What Culture universe. Much love. Hope Eric's doing well. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
I just watched the Hot Tour Girl for the first time last night, followed by
It will not be the last.
Followed by Shaky Baby's promo on a turkey. It gets me every time that Hot Tour's that goddamn turkey sends Oakland into shambles. And off the back of that, he also says, Happy Friday, legends. Condolences to the potatoes. I believe they're called chips over there. Anyway, what moments in wrestling made you shoot lol? Made you genuinely laugh out loud rather than Sidge, our usual thing that we say, which is
what
a shoot
moment
lol.
Just made you genuinely laugh out loud.
Just in any wrestling.
In any wrestling.
Genuinely laugh out loud.
Ooh, that's a really good question. You know, I have to consider it, which is not good audio.
I don't know whether I actually shoot lolled, but I remember just having my jaw open for Le Dîner Debonair.
I didn't lol at that.
I've got one, but it was more like, I need to caveat it because obviously, well, you know why as soon as I say it, but it was funny because of the moment of like how much WWE had put into it. For me to then be like, I can't believe you just did that. Why have you, like, it was actually, it probably taken away the tragedy that happened afterwards. This is like the most like Michael Sidgwick when WWE self-destructs itself.
Yes.
When Goldberg beat the Fiend.
It was ridiculous.
It was like, how did you do this? Like the amount of things you sacrificed to make this happen, and then Bill turns up and he's just like, what if I just went over?
What if I just done that?
What if I just went over?
Don't forget the Fiend stood up in the ring afterwards.
He did.
And Goldberg went, don't care, I've got the belt now, so
but like,
stand up what you want.
Hilarious in the moment, but then I mean, you look back and you're like, why? Like, what's wrong with this company, man? Why would you do it? Why would you do it yourself?
So many of those, like condensed into like you could do the last 20 years, but you could also probably do the final sort of 24 months of Vince and be like, there.
Oh, God, I'm going to kick myself because I vividly remember just laughing when watching wrestling, but nothing's really springing to mind. MGF calling Conrad Thompson turkey tits. Turkey tits, man. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Popped a little bit of Peppa Pig this week from
Peppa Pig
Briscoe.
as well from Briscoe.
What was it? Actually, it was, for me, it was Kyle O'Reilly's bit.
Yes.
What did he
trying
say?
his best, didn't
when
he?
he was doing the... When he did that bit right at the end, that just set me stupid. I can't even remember what he said, but it was just him going like this.
There's probably some kind of like horrific bump. That's just made us laugh, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Nia Jax falling over at the water. That was pretty good.
Very funny.
If we're talking recent ones.
Yeah.
Very recent.
Because
maybe the first time I ever saw that CMLL gif.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Drop kick.
Drop kick.
Slide, yeah.
Imploding thing. Yeah, you know what it is. Unbelievable patter.
He's gone again.
He's gone again.
I tell you, Dougie McAbeer was big in this in the old office.
Yes.
For ages. We used to.
I was on a
that.
loop.
Yeah, that used to be a big one. Big Popper. I love it when you call me Big Popper.
Big Popper.
Hey.
I'll think on this as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Too many though, isn't that? When you're on the spot.
Thank you to Nathan Payne, who's given us his first donation, saying I promised I'd donate with the euros. So thank you, Nathan, for that.
Yes, he was responsible for the 10-minute diversion about comparisons between wrestlers and soccer teams and players.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we might circle back to that next
week. Is that the preview, so Nicholas wasn't here?
Maybe.
So we're comparing like football teams and players to AEW or like wrestling companies and wrestlers.
Right.
Trying to think of one of the ones you came up with.
That you came up with?
There was a Reigns.
Cole Palmer, Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, I could see it.
Reigns dropped. Who did Reigns compare Nunez to?
Charlotte Flair.
That was it.
Can fails to score tap-ins, i.e. TV matches, but like worldies or really difficult WrestleMania matches just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, or Newcastle. Yeah.
Aye.
Charlotte Flair loves scoring against Newcastle as well. She really does. Always has.
Karthik says, WWE and AEW have been good recently, but at the moment it's Punk Drew and there's everything else. Can they do an immediate sequel? Some dream opponents for Punk as well.
He hasn't wrestled anyone.
Yeah.
Cool. Like heel Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Feed families. I mean, that's it. I mean, they've got the best reason, best reason to hate each other. For this, like, CM Punk, if you know like anything about him, or like the character and whether they're one and the same or whatever, like it kill him inside that someone did what he wanted to do, but thought, well, it's impossible. I can't do that. Someone did.
It feels a lot
It must kill him.
Yeah, it feels a lot like, you know, when him and Mox were all like they were all pally when he first went to AEW, and it was like, you know, obviously Mox took some time off and he's very supportive of him, and he's got that good working relationship with Renee from back in the day. And then when it comes to like, but I do want to be the top guy though. And then like, as much as he makes money with all the people he perhaps clashes with, you see that as one of the things that contributed to a bit of an implosion overall. I just wonder, like, it's really easy to be pals with Cody until perhaps he ends up in that situation where I think he would imagine that if he gets it right, he can have them all cheering his name over Cody.
It'd be so politically fascinating.
And that's the thing. And I think we got a glimpse of it where not that many people, like, there was still people rooting for Cody. And that build of the Rumble, wasn't there? Like, that was a big litmus test for him to say, like, no, they're not just going to immediately abandon you. They do still really love Cody. I don't know if you'll be able to swallow that pill if it never ever changes.
Yeah.
And they make magic, obviously have a great time, but then if the company's still like, yeah, we're staying with that guy actually, never mind you.
Yeah.
That's I don't want to see it. I want to see what happens.
See the rest of Punk's life.
It might be your hot ticket for the whole company exploding that. To just bring it back, you know?
Maybe not.
Might be. It might be, you know.
Michael Cole will still be there.
Nathan Payne also sent us a Euro-based wrestling game that we'll circle back to next week. I've just found that. Thank you, Nathan, for that one. But continuing with Karthik, who asked another question. Which we also alluded to on, I think, on the preview to Forbidden Door.
Oh, another one.
How would Triple H and TK fare booking the other company? They have more similarities than differences and book differently because of company position.
Say all that one more time.
How would they fare booking the other company?
What, AEW?
How would TK fare booking?
Oh, right. When he said TKO. Right, okay. It's weird, right? Because I've often said, if you take the best sensibilities of Tony Khan and Paul Levesque and put them together, you've got my perfect wrestling booker. Fundamentals and flair and collaboration. It would be great. Great for us. Great for me. I think AEW's reached such a point now where it's sprawling. Too few people feel like they mean something. It needs some kind of group. It needs to be a world again. It doesn't feel like this world. February 2020, guys. I'm going to piss and talk about
a date I am very familiar with now, having done all these podcasts.
Matt Raines also, by the way, says if only there was a place you could share a photo of that beer on a Friday.
Indeed.
I like that's it. Just like there was this one woman once.
Piss and talk about the
from another life.
Let me tell you,
from another life,
the one that got away.
She was called February 2020.
In February 2020, right? Not being funny. What a world. What a time to be alive, right? It was genuinely.
You're gonna regret you asked this.
Yeah.
It was actually like, it wasn't just, there's some great wrestling and there's some great storylines and there's some great promos and the character development. It's just a world that I wanted to be in with its own aesthetic, its own energy, its own sense of identity, which I don't think exists anymore. And it feels very forced now where it didn't back then. It felt like it's a world where it's like, if I stay in here for 2 years, I'm going to see Darby Allin win the world title. If I stay in this world for 2 more years, I'm going to see Santana and Ortiz turn babyface and win the world tag team titles. If I stay here for 2 more years, what if someone like Jeff Cobb comes in but permanently and mixes it up? I'm now in a world where everything's happened and anything can happen, and I'm just bored. There's no sense of progression. Like, to go from, when you watched Revolution 2020, I'm like, again. And watched Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara, it was like, well, that's your main event for 2 years. What a cool thing to look at it now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of like, ooh, that's going to be massive in 5 years' time again, or whatever.
And it just hasn't happened, and it just never will at this point. It's just not that, like, Takeshita is better, like, by orders of magnitude than Sammy Guevara, but because of the way the worlds are different now, I was more invested in Sammy Guevara then than I am Takeshita now. Paul Levesque coming in at AEW, he wouldn't have the flair. He's still a dick. But he can create a world. I just don't like the one he's built right now, but he can create a world. Tony Khan has built this universe, and the fact that it constantly expands into nothingness tells its own story. Philosophy and everything on this. Tony Khan and WWE would ruin it. WWE fans like WWE and not wrestling. That is the coldest take, but no less true. His sensibilities would clash with it in a way that would blow it up completely. Whereas conversely, Levesque would tighten things up, formalize things, simplify things.
You're right.
One person would do a better job than the other. And I actually prefer, to this day, Tony Khan's booking style.
Aaron Sheckwood says there's been a lot of criticism around the recent Jericho work. Has there? If he decided to retire next week, not at work, what would his retirement match look like?
Oh, probably 3.25 stars.
Action Andretti getting a shot win, maybe? Really getting that push.
Well, it worked out well from the last time, to be fair.
Did he win his retirement match?
What if?
Nah, he loses. It's the one thing he can never... He does lose.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always higher in a position. Like, that's the thing. Phyllis...
Are you sure?
On the record books, he loses, but...
Because Taker was always meant to lose, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He did. No. And Jericho was always used Taker as like that guy can do whatever the hell he wants because he's the business. And then Jericho was like, well...
He'd be like, Taker, Sting, me. We're all in the same conversation.
We're all the same. So if the real legends actually don't go on the back,
scary
actually, if anything...
wrestlers probably Crow, Sting, Ministry of Darkness, Undertaker, and the Painmaker.
Can he feel love is the question.
Yeah, only one of those can feel love.
That's the question.
It's reached a point now where if there was a Painmaker movie produced, I would watch it and pay money to watch it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It was, those films
we do a work trip for
Yeah,
that.
I know what you mean. Where you put it on to like Paul calls it. And yeah.
I'd watch the Painmaker movie. I absolutely
The
would.
Room, innit, basically.
Yeah. Jericho, if he was going to retire...
I did not love her. I did not.
I did not bury him. I did not.
Hey, Chris. This wouldn't be a match, but piggybacking off what he did that time when he allowed himself to be dragged off kicking and screaming. Remember when he left?
Cena. Yeah.
You'd have a great exit.
I think he would.
I would trust him to have this wonderful creative exit.
I think so too. What would make almost not all of it, because I mean, however, it's been an absolute. Fell off the cliff a long time ago. If the end of all of this was just 20 minutes of every young star who he has put over to the next level, right? They all just come out one by one and kick his ass. Just literally come out one after another. It's like, this guy, boom. This guy, Ricky Starks, boom. Garcia, but it's all come out and do absolutely twist his body into a terrible place, smack him with chairs, like all the spots he thought were creative, chuck him on the hockey pucks, chuck him on just everything he's ever done.
Hockey pucks was goated.
Yeah.
Hockey pucks were goated.
But have him go and do it all again. Just be like, this was the time you wanted. Well, here's your time.
Battle with a bin on his head.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Death by your own spots.
Yeah.
And then off he goes.
It's a bit like, when you say like, sometimes we fantasy book something so good and it doesn't happen, I'm sad. I'm sad he's not retiring.
I know.
Tactical Penguin, thank you for joining us as always. Says, afternoon lads, the Mega Powers crossover of Sidgwick and Nick. Thank you for that.
Trying that handshake on. It's actually too far, but you get the idea.
Sidgwick, what is your favourite instance of move theft / paying homage? Mine is the lariat that Hangman Page does to honour Logan Paul. Cheers.
I've talked about this recently. Hangman Page revealing himself to be the really nice guy hero who just wanted Kenny Omega to accept him by adopting the one-winged angel at Revolution 2020, where Kenny wouldn't do the buckshot, would he?
No.
You'd rather do the Kamigoye.
Yeah.
Ibushi's move. Oh, God. It's like Hangman Page. It's like,
What month was that?
Let's get you home, mate, shall we? Just a little...
It was the 29th.
Of what month?
February 2020.
2020. Oh, I thought it might have been actually.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you, brother.
It was beautiful.
My heart leaped that year.
I just watched my last gig for quite some time.
I'd just been to watch a dreadful
Me
game.
and Hamflet had gone to Aberdeen to see the 1975.
Then?
And we literally got home to the hotel and Revolution was on that night. And then it was all over.
I was kind of glad football shut down, to be perfectly honest, because I'd been to watch Newcastle versus Burnley. It was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen.
I mean, that's on you at that point, really, isn't it?
It was because we had mates who were from Burnley. Should we go to this game? Do we have to? It wasn't great.
You just watch it at home.
Yeah. You can just listen to see if there's any pops. There's not going to be.
No pops.
They're both in the doldrums kind of around. Not
No
anymore,
pop.
obviously,
No pop.
but- No, exactly. Zero
Exactly.
pop.
No pop.
Kaz says, happy Friday, lads. Happy Friday to you, Kaz. I think Finn and Liv plotting to take down the Judgment Day since 2022 with Finn being an inside agent gives Triple H too much credit.
Of course it does.
Hashtag long-term booking.
Come on,
Hang on,
man.
sorry, someone unravel this for me then. Since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Because
What was the...
So
was it Bubba Ray Dudley?
if you drop the E, no, if you add an E to Live Forever, that's on
Damien Priest's jacket.
jacket. So what's this 2022 thing?
They've been colluded. I think it was before Finn joined Judgment Day. I swear there was some match involving both of them.
Right, it's a little
And he was like,
bollocks. This.
He's like, I'm going to go in there, win the tag titles for a bit, and I don't know, kill some time. Then you try and shag Dom or whatever it is.
If Liv Morgan doesn't, I don't want to say it was her fault. If Rhea Ripley's shoulder does not get injured on the Raw after WrestleMania this year, Liv Morgan is not doing what she's doing on Raw right now.
No, I agree.
This was 2 years in the making. How can we really injure one of our top stars to make it seem realistic? I mean, God damn it.
What is good booking?
Levesque gives himself enough credit. He sucks his own cack on every broadcast. You don't need to give him any more. And Hamflet does it as well.
What is good booking is us going, oh no, Buddy Matthews is out. He's injured. He's gone. What do you mean? It's a work. Why is it work?
He's too good at selling.
And then he's gone to get married, which is
He's
fantastic.
too good at selling at the point where you think, is this gone awry?
Do you reckon Rhea's back in time for SummerSlam? All going well.
If she wants to be, I reckon she would be. But
It's a huge SummerSlam card, that. Gunther probably winning the world title.
Yeah.
Queen Nia probably ascending to a throne, if anything.
I'm sorry, who?
Queen Nia,
Thank you very much.
Punk, Drew, and Rhea Liv. Jesus Christ. And it's only have 5 matches on the card anyway, so you only got space for one more.
Yeah. You'll put 8 on.
Yeah.
It's one of the big ones.
Getting ready for a 2-nighter.
I was going to say, if he's slowly trying to build up to 2 nighters, maybe he's...
Very nearly time for the most highly anticipated quiz ever. But a lot of people are saying it.
Yeah.
Just
All right, Chris.
Echo's greatness.
All right, Chris.
Like Donald.
Marcel.
Nobody knows quizzes like I know quizzes.
Marcel Laviolette, thank you as always for Marcel for joining us, says, what a combo. Hello to the elite dad, the ginger dad, and the one and only Big Nick from out of nowhere with the RKO.
Watch your...
Oh, may my daughter get some happy birthday vibes. She turned 10 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
10 as well, in a double figures.
Oh,
Get
God,
in.
it's scary that. James is there next year.
Is he?
Really?
Is he really? Wow.
9 now.
Bloody hell. I don't know why that's just like
Yeah.
pulled me over that, but it has.
I
9
feel,
years
Yeah.
old he is.
I feel like it's still, not yesterday, but a year or two ago, you saying, oh, I've got a daughter, she's called Charlotte now. And that, she's how old now?
Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte.
She's called Charlotte now. Before that, she was called something else, but she's
How
called
old's she
Charlotte
now?
now.
6.
Jesus.
Well, that checks out because I think that's what's thrown us. Because in my head, I remember you
Yes.
coming in to say you were going to have a second child,
And,
another child,
And
And
Hamflet
then-
was just like,
Just shaking his head. You fool.
I think part of him was shaking his head, and another part was like, "Yes,
yeah.
come on
One
then,
of
we're in
us."
this together. We're in this together."
And Marcel
I
asks,
went with him.
And yet,
And yeah.
intertwined.
who gives off Old Bailey energy nowadays?
Willow Nightingale.
We were talking about
Yeah.
this literally half an hour ago.
Willow Nightingale has got that pure of heart. How could I ever boo her? Like, why would anyone ever turn that wrestler heel ever? That like rule-proving exception to everything, the aberration of Ricky Steamboat, Bailey, Willow Nightingale.
The only other one that would spring to mind, although I could probably see her having a good heel run, would be Bianca Belair. She really ticks that box of like, because she's such a great like representative. She's always spoke about how she likes that little girls who look like her will always see the same in that. And I think like that's such a hard one to turn because of how much it means. But then obviously I think she'd be great at it. She'd excel for sure, no doubt.
There's a bit of me that's holding a candle for that with like the Jade stuff, because they're like, we're best mates for a tag team and both can't do exact same things, and both like freakishly strong and kind of try and outdo each other sometimes in the tag matches.
Yeah.
So.
Jade would have to be the heel for me.
Yeah.
Even though I admire the hell out of Jade Cargill as well.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. We talked about this,
Willow's it.
I could never bring myself to boo Willow Nightingale. I love her. She's fantastic.
Lovely in person as well, and she met her at Wally Main. It's just exactly like a bit like when we met McCall was like, oh no, you just also really
What
nice.
you see is what you get.
In person. Great. Good stuff.
Wow. Matt Raines very quickly says, I listened to the Tamina Hey Charlotte 5-star review this morning, and you mentioned your 10-month-old daughter Charlotte.
Jesus Christ.
Put that in perspective, Eric's 10 months old now. That's wild, isn't it?
Old man.
Yeah.
Old man.
Take you back to February 2020.
I'm trying to think what I own that's 10 months old. Nothing coming to mind.
Probably some lovely clobber.
Probably, aye. 10 months old. I'll get back to you.
Right, enough of all this.
Cut my shoe like that. I remember when he was a little baby.
It's now time for a bloody good quiz. And this week's quiz is brought to you again by Mark Lee Willis. It was his birthday last week and he's given us the beers this week.
See.
But, gents, I have something to confess. There is not your usual quiz this week.
My confession.
It is, of course, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, Forbidden Door the weekend. And
I'm bored of the show. I haven't even seen it yet.
the people,
It happens really quick. doesn't it?
the people have been asking for this.
Many people are saying it.
They have not.
So, finally, it's back. Door! Or is it yet a no door? Is time for door or no door? What do you think, door, no door, or is it door? Or is it yet a no door? Is time for door or no door? Do you think door, no door, or is it door? And let's meet today's contestants. Adam Nicholas from Newcastle. What's your name? Where do you come from?
Adam Nicholas from Newcastle.
And his competitor, Michael Sidgwick from Newcastle. What's your name? Where do you come from?
I'm Michael and I'm from Gateshead.
Sorry.
It's a double part.
Anyway, pleasure to have you on. Let's play another game of door or no door. Hey, door. Is the answer no door?
Dodo.
No door.
Say
I got the idea. How tiring that is. So
you don't know what's making you do it.
It's tiring because you're wearing a hoodie indoors because it's hot enough.
Yeah.
You're stomping the floor, which nobody
Totally calm.
nobody asked you to do. Nobody.
Don't ask him to do that.
Yeah.
He absolutely hates AEW. Look at this one. Get him.
Wants to spit on the floor.
get him.
Get out of it. Don't compare me to him.
So, door or no door? Very simple.
Whoa. You just relax yourself for 1 minute. Because actually, I think you'll find my straw. These are the OGs
Yes.
of this here park. Right?
Remember,
I think we've done this podcast together as a three twice, and there's been door or no door.
And it's almost like around the Forbidden Door time is the same time as Glastonbury. And Phil's always away cleaning toilets at Glastonbury.
And it's almost as if Hamlet's a half-time Harry.
And doesn't really...
Part-time Harry, whatever. He's just part-time Jones, whatever.
Part-time Harry works. Yeah.
He's just never in, is he? Such a lazy bastard.
Yeah. It's always weirdly, his kids are always in an emergency around about an AW time.
Yes.
It's interesting, though, isn't it?
Such a lazy bastard.
Goes through the
Take a
Forbidden
day
Door.
off. It's going to be Thursday, I think. And
Is
then-
it the door to my house? Goodbye. Straight home.
So you two both know this, but for anyone unaware,
Yeah.
what's going to happen
Tell the good people at home.
is I'm going to read a wrestling headline.
I'm going to talk slowly because it's very complicated.
Oh, yeah.
It is very, very complicated.
I'm going to read a wrestling headline, and you have to tell me whether the headline features door or no door. If it features a door, you'll hear this. No, I've taken the recording from
Right,
previous.
okay, I thought someone was coming in
Is
there.
that what that is?
And if not, you'll hear obviously no door. And what's the opposite of a door?
When I'm cleaning windows.
Window.
Of course it is, yeah. Nobody's debating
This
that.
time last year, we didn't have Nathan Fraser doing that.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Lee Willis says, dedicate the quiz to Marcel and his daughter instead. That's very gracious of
Happy
you, Mark.
birthday again.
Now, it depends how you want to do this. I'm going to leave this up to the OGs.
I don't care.
Do you either want to do points or do you want to do the winner has to stay on? Huh?
I literally don't care. It's Friday, so...
Yeah, I know.
You got a coin?
Oh,
Door.
Give the people what they want. I've got an invisible coin. I sometimes
don't
get
have a
out.
coin.
I've sometimes get an invisible coin out, but
Usually
it's not
do.
fair in this scenario, is it? Because that would... I'd just rig it for myself.
Yeah, I'll
You
do-
choose.
I'll do-
It's not that important. Just you choose.
Wait there. I have one of the old Costanza wallet.
Here he comes.
I do.
He's got a coin. That is such a Costanza wallet as well.
I know.
I've gone to
Close this thing.
I've gone to flip a coin online.
Yeah, okay.
Right, okay.
You're important too.
Oh, it's tails. There you go.
So,
What does that mean?
do you want to call it an act to flip bar?
Yeah, you flip and I'll call. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Go on then. Heads.
Didn't flip. Just lifted up in the air a little bit.
Under
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I said heads, so.
It is heads.
It is heads.
It is heads.
It is heads.
What do you want to do?
I don't even know what the choices are.
Points or winner stays
The
on?
second one, I don't care.
Okay,
Let's-
winner stays on.
Winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you won the coin toss, I'll let you guess.
No,
And
he can go
if-
first.
Okay, you can guess, and if you're wrong, it'll be winner
That
stays
was
on.
a
Okay, so
delightful coin flip.
Thank you.
question number one: door or no door? Michael Sidgwick. It's about Shane McMahon.
Okay.
The title reads:
J'adore.
AJ Styles sends Shane McMahon blank. Door or no door?
No door because it was the build to WrestleMania 33 and he did it through when I'm cleaning windows.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, I can reveal, Michael Sidgwick. The full title is AJ Styles sends Shane McMahon crashing through a car window.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Correct.
Let's do.
Oh, yeah. Sid, you stay on, but of course, you have to be there at the very end. Okay.
Oh, that's going to end badly, isn't it? When it's like he's all the way at the end,
Hey.
and then I'm like, I'll have the last one, thanks.
That's
Bing.
the beauty of door or no door. That's what it makes it,
It
world
is.
famous.
Yep. It's a game of entrances and exits.
Sidge, question 2 is about one Tony Khan. The next headline. Tony Khan reportedly disappointed blank. Door or no door?
He's teasing you in here with this one, isn't he?
Disappointed. Everything's great. So I don't understand this headline at all.
However, great in his world.
He's never been disappointed in his life. It's everything's great.
It doesn't mean great in his world, though. Really does it on his scale. It's like
Tony Khan disappointed that door.
I can reveal the full description is this. Tony Khan reportedly disappointed with WBD offer. Exclusive negotiating window
When I'm cleaning windows.
ends in July. So I'm afraid it goes over to Adam Nicholas.
hang on. So you've actually spent time to try and find ones that are specifically door and window only.
It could be anything. I'm not going to give you just door
I
or
tell you
window.
what,
I got a whole house to go
if we
through.
get to the end of this and you found multiple entrances and exits and haven't just been a lazy hack, I'll be very impressed.
Okay.
It's probably the same quiz as last year,
Almost
which is
definitely-
forgotten.
Almost definitely Sid.
Yeah.
It's been
I
long
stole
enough.
one
None
from
of us
last
have got
year.
that.
I'll give you that. I stole one from last year. We've got stuff to do. Right. John
you don't,
Cena. Adam Nicholas is your...
Transcribe Tony D promos for a living.
That takes time.
I know, but you don't need to take it.
Tell him when
Anyway,
he's telling lies.
just
And I don't have to
the-
write jokes either. I get that big gap in the NXT preview and review.
This is true.
Didn't dip out for that.
Yeah.
Right. Your first person is John Cena.
Okay. How am I supposed to know what he went
John
through?
Cena's guilty pleasure is blank. Door or no
I'll
door?
not be able to see him. I don't care. Door, please.
Okay. John Cena's guilty pleasure is a movie called Behind the Green Door. Sex movie. So, you know. Okay. You continue.
Good.
Adam Nicholas. 2.
How many more of these?
10.
So have we done 3 so far?
So if we just get the end, that's what. As long as we get the end.
We'll get to the end. We'll do it.
There's a light at the end of the door.
Yep. Da-da-da. Yep.
Adam Nicholas. We move on now
Come on,
to
then.
a favourite of the What Culture Wrestling podcast. That's Karrion Kross, of course. And that's not a sentence I thought I'd say in 2024. Karrion Kross would be honoured blank. Door or no door?
I'm just, full disclosure, going to go with door for the rest of this now.
Okay.
Okay.
Door for me, please, Jeff.
Karrion Kross would be honoured to open that door to a match with Batista.
Sure he would.
I'm sure he would.
I'd like a match with Ricky Dawson as well, but it's not going to happen.
I'm sure he would.
So, you
I
continue.
bet you would, you dirty bollocks. Go on.
Moving on.
Blocked.
Adam Nicholas.
Great
The next person is Becky Lynch.
Yeah, okay.
Who someone said in the chat has just registered the trademark for Rebecca Quinn.
Rebecca Dorr.
Interesting. Is that not like a fake post on Twitter?
Well, I've always said this. The whole trademark thing. I think they should just do it as a work because previously, anytime anyone registers a trademark, that's what they're going to do next. They should just do it as a Anyway, could Becky Lynch?
I'll just register like 6 random ones.
Yeah.
Could Becky Lynch blank buy a new striker for Newcastle in the transfer window?
200 mil for Isaac.
I'm sticking my door.
Okay.
That's not a bit. I'm just going to do that
Could Becky Lynch
to expedite the process. You know.
challenge Mercedes?
Money.
Guess what?
Money.
And someone in the comments, but it was mostly me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Could Becky Lynch challenge Mercedes Moné at Forbidden Door? Tommy Dreamer wanted it. So
He wants everything.
Yeah.
He ain't getting nothing.
we move on to another favourite of yours, Dwayne Johnson.
Yep, love that guy.
Dwayne Johnson hints at blank. Door or no door?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to put him through a door and a window. So let's be honest, he'd throw me through both. Hints at blank. I'm sticking with door. So yeah, door. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Well, I can tell you it's Dwayne Johnson hints at running for the White House.
When I'm cleaning windows.
He has a door, but he's not got a door in the
It's not
title.
what
We all know the rules.
It's not- written down
it's
here.
what it says. It's what it
What
says.
he's got written down.
It's
It
what it
has to be
says.
what he's got written down.
He'd have made the debate last night interesting, wouldn't he?
It was interesting. That's not what was wrong with it.
Lee McVery, there is a Forbidden Door preview podcast that's available, I believe, right now, wherever you get your podcasts from. Thank you for
Right
asking.
this second.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
So
after the podcast, after this one.
There are
Back to you,
multiple.
Michael Sidgwick. Door or no door? Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho.
Out the door.
Chris Jericho was allegedly arrested. Blank. Door or no door?
Allegedly. No door.
Closing up the door.
Chris Jericho was allegedly arrested after drunkenly flexing in a hotel.
When I'm cleaning
The right
windows.
answer. Hotels have doors, but door,
Yeah,
as I said, was
but it's
not
not
in
on
the
the
title
thing.
of the story,
It's
and
good.
that's what we're searching for here, guys.
It's been very clear.
So,
Like the window, some might say.
you roll on. Don't worry, you only got 3 more to
Our
do.
host would make a better door than a window into the world of my life.
Shut door. Closed door.
See, the
Close
next,
the door.
next one is Goldberg. Already been referenced already.
Oh,
Goldberg. I never should have blank. Door or no door? Talk me through your thought process here, because there's some...
well, we know. No, you don't. You want to talk you through the thought process because you have created this specifically with the thought process in mind, right?
Well, I think this is some of my best work, the Goldberg one.
So what is it? What is it?
Highly doubt it.
Goldberg said, I never should have blank.
I never should have. There's got to be some other kind of like domicile here, whether it's hotel or house.
You know when you say blank, is that because he forgot what he was saying mid sentence because he was gone?
I never should have headbutted the door of that locker.
See, this is my thought process with this one was...
You're trying to. This is a trap.
It goes in 2 directions. I never should have headbutted a door. I never should have punched through the window. On the Well, let's find out. Oh, we're all finding out together. I'll read it right now.
But he wants you to give him the credit for
I'll
at
press
least
the
thinking
reveal
of both
button on
things.
Mike. There we go. Oh, I've just found out the answer. I didn't see.
Pop. You want your pop? Here it is. Pop.
Goldberg. I never should have headbutted the door. 2 to go, Sidge.
Can I get it done?
Final two. Randy Orton is your penultimate door or no door, Sidge.
Penultimate.
Randy Orton says his dad still blank. Door or no door?
I always try to put blank in it.
Carl Stevens, I got with the punch the window, no door.
Got him.
We got it back.
Yep.
My dad still what? My dad still.
Randy Orton says his dad still blank. Door or no door?
Gets WWE residual checks through the door.
Saying door, okay.
Don't give a monkey.
There's a lot of tension in here.
Well, is that?
Randy Orton says his dad still picks him up at the airport every week.
When I'm playing in
sorry, Michael
windows.
Sidgwick, it's no door. Airplanes have doors, but it's not in the title. So that's what we need here.
Thanks.
So it all comes down to this, Adam Nicholas. To win door or no door.
Adam,
did you win the last one?
Chris Tarrant, Wilbourn. No, I'm not sure who won the last one. We were so focused on trying to erase the game from our memory that we just can't remember.
Okay. So, it's all on this.
Tell us in
Is
the
it
comments
because
if you
what's the
remember.
score?
That's the point. It's winner stays on. You have to be on there at the end. Oh, yeah. That's
So the
magic of door or no door, Sidge. And don't worry, we'll probably do one next week. So,
who's we?
right. I'm suddenly off next Friday. Triple H is your final door or no door.
You've really I feel like you should have a little sparkly waistcoat on.
No.
Don't know who'd do that when they were doing strange that.
Triple H told released star door or no door.
It's either the window of opportunity or it's the door's been left open for when you want to come back, brother.
This is this beauty of door or no door.
Yep. Well, I also have a coin that I usually rely on these pods, but I don't, unfortunately.
You don't carry cash. You're one of these modern men.
I am. So, it's this coin.
Carl Stevens says, have you ever played a board game that a 5-year-old made up? It feels like this.
And he's telling you the rules, loudly while you're in the midst of it. Actually, by the way, this other thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, anyway.
The winner is whoever scores the most points.
Stop talking.
Unless.
Say less. Heads is the first one door.
Okay.
Tails is the other one.
It's an imaginary coin.
No, he's got fucking feelings. He's
Okay. Tails.
Well, I'm calling it. It's my go, and it's got nothing to do with you. You're just a spectator.
and you called it last time.
Yeah, but that's because we started the game. He's a spectator, ladies and gentlemen, this time. He's keen. I'll give him that.
This is what door or no door does to
I'll give
people.
him that. It does.
ladies and gentlemen.
I want to go home and see my children.
It sends people.
I really want to go home and see my
And
children.
what do you have to open to go into your house to see your children?
I hate you so
Where
much.
can you see them through, actually? More importantly.
Alternatively.
Well, I'm not going to look through
All
the
right,
window.
so
'cause,
heads,
not
it's
neighborhood
heads,
watch.
It's heads, so it's door. It's heads, so
I've got
it's
access
door.
to my
You're saying
kids.
door.
Heads, so it's door.
You're saying door.
I'm not saying door. The coin's saying
The
door.
coin's saying door. We're all saying
Let's
door.
just get out of this door so we all don't lose our minds.
Right.
Oh, wait, it's already happened. Too late. Come on.
Where's the answers? Oh, there they are. Okay. Triple H
One job.
told release star.
Look at you, Chris Tarrant.
The door's always open.
The door is open for a WWE return. Adam Nicholas, you are the winner of Door or No Door. Let us know how you got on playing Door or No Door.
I'm amazed at the restraint you held at not putting that song on again.
Yeah, I can't. I'm going to pass out here over here. Let us know how you got on with Door or No Door, and if you'd like to see it, syndicated, either in the comment section or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all three of us. You can follow Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas. He also got us demonetized for a video by playing the theme song for this, so that's good.
Sorry,
and you can
yeah.
also follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to What Culture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from. Oh god, yeah. Check out our Forbidden Door preview. It's available wherever you get your podcast from right now. We'll be back to review Forbidden Door next week. But for now, it's been WrestleCulture. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Thanks to Nicholas. Thanks to Sidgwick. Thank you. We'll see you soon. WrestleCulture is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Oh, I really thought you were going to go for that then. I was going to be so impressed of it. Wrestling.
Bye.
I'll turn it off at the door. Hang on 1 second.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for playing Door or No Door. Shall I play it one more time before we go off? Hang on one second. Break. He's taking it away. He's stopping me. Daddy's stopping me. Ready? Bye, Wilbourn. Bye, everybody. See you next week.